Welcome everyone to the Side Draft Podcast. In past 2 weeks, we had the Roval testing, where all the Cup guys went around the track multiple times for multiple hours.
Yes, I believe half of the teams went last Tuesday, and the other half this Tuesday. It's good to see this new track here, and I wonder if anybody's got a real handle on this track.
Well, it certainly looked like Kyle Busch had an interesting line. Like every lap, he would almost lose it in turn one there. But people said he was one of the fastest.
Yes, I noticed he come out of the last couple of turns there, and like a little S turn, and like he was lock up the brakes, or he overdrive it and shoot through and miss at one turn. I don't know if that's why he got fast lap times.
Yeah, which that will not be allowed in the actual race. That will be like a penalty. They said it will be like a 1 lap penalty or something, like, especially coming to the final lap, because you cannot cut that last corner, I guess, that S curve thing. But asked some people on Facebook and Twitter, and it seems like everyone loves this. I was surprised that so many positive reviews about this.
Yeah, there's been a lot of mixed emotions about this, and there's been a lot of good reviews. It's going to be interesting to see how they do in race and where they be passing zones. And I didn't really see a whole lot of places where they could pass.
And it seems like once somebody was like to the back bumper, someone, the person that was going to be passed just shut it down. So we never got to really see any passing. I'm really interested to see where exactly passing will happen, or force passing by pushing people too far. I think that's going to be the number one way to pass during this race.
Yeah, but there'll definitely be a lot of bump and runs coming through here and trying to either outbrake somebody in a turn or something, try to get down under them.
Number one thing, restarts is where you're going to get all of your positions. When everyone's bunched up, you're on the inside line, you just dive bomb that first corner and hope you save it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if I do double wide restarts and coming into turn one. It's going to be, as they call it, calamity corner, because there's been a lot of wrecks there. So it'll be getting a tire barrier.
I noticed something with the Chevys though. Is like some Chevys, like Jimmy Johnson the first week, Casey Kane, it's like they had like some weird shifting going on. It's like much louder than everyone else.
Yes, once they come down to turn one, it seemed like it was a lot louder. I don't know if it was just harder on the gas right there, or what it was, the exhaust. It just seemed like it was a lot louder.
Yeah, there wasn't a single Toyota or Ford that did that. Every person that did it was a Chevrolet. So is it something Chevy's trying to learn, trying to utilize during this race? Be the first Roval winner would be pretty big. But most people, a lot of fans out there these couple of days on Facebook, a lot of excitement, mostly about wrecks.
Yeah, and William Byron, he really took a bad wreck into turn one. He had some brake issues, and then he hit the tire barrier head on. Man, I was glad to see him get out of the car.
Hard hit. That hit was so loud. Like it's like the sound happened before he even hit the wall. That's how crazy it was. But
yeah, it took a while for the medic cars to get there, and so where are the safety trucks? He said, "Come on, y'all! You need to get out of this car."
One thing I'm very concerned about, though, is the cleanup for wrecks in the tires, because that took forever to get them to clean that up. Maybe it'll be faster when there's an actual race, but that took a while.
Yeah, maybe they get a little better, get more practice in fixing the tire barrier.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting to see, because that first day, it took about 2 hours to fix something. So,
yeah.
And that was after a Bubba Wallace wreck, and unfortunately ended his day pretty early that day. So,
Yeah, pretty much if you're gonna hit the tires, it's going to pretty much end your day.
Yeah,
because they really tear up the cars.
I saw one driver on Twitter say, I think it was Tommy Joe Martins. He said, "Well, why do we even have that wall there? I mean, it'd be a good place to like where people could at least stop." Yeah. It's like there's a difference in stopping and crashing the car into tires.
Yeah.
Oh, and it would be weird to not have a wall there, because what if you miss your brakes and then you slam into somebody that's a lap down or a lap ahead on the other sides? I don't know. That would be... It's kind of hard to really depict that, because if you put tires there, somebody's going to crash there or ruin their day. Don't put tires there, somebody's going to crash there and ruin their day.
So, yeah, it's kind of. I guess it's the. I mean, they got all their engineers, and they know all the best kind of walls to put there for far as the impacts on the cars and what would be safer for the driver.
Other type of incidents we've had Ryan Blaney. He spun, had some damage to the back end of the car. Had Alex Bowman, he spun, not too much damage on that. And we had Eric Jones, who spun, and Kyle Busch got a little bit of the tires there.
Yeah, he came a little hot in turn one, and just barely caught the back end of his car with the tire barrier. But they fixed it and got it back out, and they finished their test.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm really interested to see, is how many veterans are going to mess up, because it only takes one mess up to ruin your entire day, like William Byron did. You know, what if Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, or Martin Truex Jr. do that, and Big Three possibly would be out of the playoffs, depending on how they race at Richmond and Vegas.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, because with the testing, they only had you by yourself. It is spread out. You by yourself going around there. You're trying to get the rhythm and get the braking and the turns going. But once you put 40 cars together in there, and it's going to be something to watch.
So this race is going to be a cutoff race for the playoffs. So a lot of drama heading into this race anyway, because we're going to have probably the winners who've won races because of fuel mileage or rain out or restrictor plate wins. We saw Austin Dillon, he's struggling this year. Might possibly see him in a place where he needs to win to get to the next round, and he's going to be extra aggressive here.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Who knows who else is going to get in the playoffs? Not too many people has won their way in this season. We're going to have Bowman right now, he's in. Possibly those people who struggle, they're going to be extra aggressive trying to get the win, because AJ Allmendinger is going to look here and say, I can win this race. He gets into playoffs, he's going to circle this one for sure.
Oh, yes. I guess you can pretty much say this is going to be a wild card playoff race.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely going to be wild, and really to see who survives through this race. Just like Daytona was, it's like a survival race. So this right here is going to really be a survival race to get to that playoff, and to see who prevails, who makes the least mistakes, and who can stay out of trouble.
Will we see the Big Three rise, or will we see them fall? We'll have to see this September 30th, for the Bank of America Roval 400. Let us know down below what you think of it. Who you think's going to be good? Who you think's going to just bomb it? Like William Byron went off like a bomb, like he really did. Just let us know your comments down below, and we'll see you next time.